In this video, we're going to replace the fog lights in this 2013 Hyundai Elantra. Both left and right are the same process. You will need to remove your front bumper. Across the front here, we're going to take out these clips so we can pull the panel forward a little bit. They're Phillips head. You don't want to press down while you're doing these. Just let the tool do the work and pull upwards a little. It'll allow them to back out. If you put pressure on there, nothing's going to happen. If you go lightly, they'll back out. All right, now underneath our bumper, we have a couple of Phillips clips. We're going to go ahead and remove those now. We're just going to use a Phillips bit. You just let it spin and don't push up, and they'll come out. So this is attached to your fender liner. You can move that back just a little bit, right here. Now, straight up inside your fender, you'll find one more Phillips screw. There'll be one on driver and passenger. All right, so now that you have your screws removed from the inside of your fender, your clips across the bottom, you can go ahead and grab the side of your bumper here. And we're just going to pull straight out. Just like that. Now what you can do, grab your bumper from the center here and the grill area and pull straight forward. What we're going to do is sit this right back in here and do the same on the other side, and then we'll just take the bumper straight off. All right, so you have some clips here that clip into your fender. Also, what you had here are some clips on the bumper that clip in underneath the headlight. You'll have that on both sides. Once you remove these two sets of clips, you should be able to walk the bumper straight forward and off. We'll do that now. If you're doing this alone, you're going to want to grab the bumper right in the middle, slowly pull it off the car. Once you get a little bit of room here, you want to grab it like this and walk it off the vehicle. If you have a second set of hands, you can both grab a side. In this case, we're just going to take it right off the car. Now we do have some harnesses that we have to deal with. Fog light harnesses. If you can get to them before you take the bumper off, that's ideal. If not, you can rotate your bumper up like this. All right, so grab your clips. Unplug your lights. And now you can take your bumper and set it aside. We're going to pull this fog light out. You have some Phillips screws. Should be 4 Phillips screws. We're going to take those out now. So you can see we have one stubborn Phillips screw in the back corner. All right, so to install our new fog light assemblies, the brackets are pre-installed. If you notice where the screws go, there are pins on these two. They're going to be locator pins on your brackets. Just lower it into place. Before you put your screws in, if you need to, just take a peek around the other side. Make sure it sits flush in the opening where it needs to be. We'll do that now. Ours look pretty good. So now we go ahead and put our 4 Phillips screws back in. Anytime you replace a full assembly, like we just did here, if you notice, there's an adjuster screw. Anytime you replace a full assembly, you do want to re-aim your light. You should re-aim both of them at the same time. So here's your adjuster on this fog light setup. Now the process of installing fog lights is the same on left and right. So just do the exact same process on the other side. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put our bumper back on. First thing you want to do is center the bumper on the car. Get your centerpiece under your hood latch and get your 2 side pieces here up over the tabs. Just get your center in place. Then what you want to do is take a look at your headlights. Make sure your bumper is underneath the light but on top and inside of the brackets that it snaps into, both left and right. Once you've got that in place, right underneath your headlight, go ahead and push in. Clip it into the clip. Do that both sides. Then you can go to the fenders and push these into the fender clips on both sides. All right, so across the top, we're going to reinstall our push clips. Now we can move on to the rest of the bumper. All right, so we're going to plug in our fog lights. I'm going to grab our plug. You'll notice there's a slot on one side and not the other. They only plug in one way. If you look at your fog light plug, see where that slot is, just line them up, push in. All right, so we're going to attach our fender splash shield to the bumper. I'm going to put this clip inside the bumper and put our plastic push clips in. One across the front here on this splash shield. Another one here. And 2 more on this fender liner. All right, now to finish your bumper, you get 2 screws, 1 in each fender well here. They're Phillips head screws.
This is going to be a general tutorial on how to aim your brand new TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, so looking at your brand new TRQ headlamp assembly, you're going to see where your low beam is, and you'll see a little dot right in the center. And that is the access point, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to mark that with an erasable marker, just so it's easier to see. Next, what we need to do is measure from the level ground up to this point and take note of that measurement. Now we're just going to pull the car up to our wall. On our vehicle, we remember that the measurement was 28 inches for our access point. Your vehicle may be different, but that's where I'm going to put this tape, just above that 28 inches. We'll do the same on the other side. Okay, so let's just back the vehicle up, straight back 25 feet from the wall. And now that we moved our vehicle 25 feet back from the wall, we're going to start with our measurement here. That's where the headlamp center is. We're going to go down 4 inches on the driver's side. On the passenger side, we have our line here. What we need to do is go down 2 inches. To adjust the driver's side, we're going to cover our passenger side headlamp. If you look at the back side of your headlamp assembly, you're going to see something that looks like this. This is the adjustment. Some of these headlight assemblies have 1, 2, or even more of them, but you should at least have one. This is how we're going to adjust the headlight beam. Now we're going to lower the top part of the beam down to just below this line. When you turn the adjustment to the right, it brings the beam up, and if you turn it to the left, it'll bring the headlight beam down. And this is this way on most vehicles. Let's continue on to doing the passenger side. All right, we properly aligned our TRQ headlamp assemblies. Okay, and on the quality TRQ headlamps for a pickup truck, the procedure is going to be the same. You're going to find your center dot, mark it, and then you'll measure from the level ground up to your dot. So once your headlamps are properly adjusted, it'll be time to adjust your fog lamps. You'll notice on the driver's side, the focal point is all the way at the bottom right now. I would like to bring it up so it meets up with approximately the bottom of the focal point of the headlight. Some fog lamps have an adjuster, others don't. The ones that do have an adjuster, you would just turn the adjustment to the left or to the right to adjust the beam up and down to where it needs to be. Now with your TRQ headlamps and fog lamps properly aligned, you can drive down the road safely.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.